Hey, if you've ever sat down, fired up a game or a heavy project, and felt held back by your system, that's the exact feeling this build banishes. The Skytech Gaming King 95 isn't just another pre-built, it's the kind of machine that makes everything you do feel alive and responsive. This isn't for someone who's okay with stutters, load screen pauses, or graphics that don't pop. This is for the person who feels the difference between sluggish and smooth, who knows what real performance feels like, and refuses to settle. Before anything else, check the current price and stock. A configuration this strong doesn't stay available forever. You know that moment, you enter a duel and your old PC starts to struggle, or you open a demanding project and that weight wheel just lingers? That's when you realize you've outgrown compromise and are ready for a rig that matches your pace. Once you feel performance that moves as fast as your intent, anything weaker feels like a chain holding you back. Right from the first boot, you feel the King 95's power. The Ryzen 7 9800X3D doesn't simply run applications, it executes them instantly. Apps launch like they already knew you were coming, scenes load with authority, and transitions feel effortless. That RTX 5070 with 16GB VRAM doesn't just push frames, it anchors them with stability and depth, so your gameplay feels fluid, consistent, and connected to every click and command. Once you've felt that level of responsiveness, anything slower feels like a pause in your flow. Picture this, you'll load into a battlefield with settings cranked up and visuals that stay detailed, smooth, and immersive. Imagine massive open-world environments that don't stumble under pressure. Think about juggling streams, chats, creative tools, and intense gaming sessions without your system asking for a break. That's the moment you realize a PC shouldn't be something you manage, it should be something that works with you. If you're tempted to wait for a price drop or consider lesser alternatives, don't fall into that loop. Every time you think about weaker options, you'll come right back here because you already know what fluid, dependable performance feels like, and you want that now, not later. Delaying this upgrade just delays the moment when your setup finally stops slowing you down. Maybe you worry it's too much for everyday tasks. Once you're actually using it, that worry disappears, because this machine doesn't overwhelm, it empowers. Routine work becomes instant. Games feel anchored in motion. Projects open and stay open, no lag, no hesitation. And here's something most people don't realize until they experience it: when your hardware stops being the bottleneck, your confidence rises. Tasks that used to feel like chores suddenly feel effortless. There's a quiet kind of pride that comes with owning a system like this. You don't sit there hoping it performs. You know it does. You press power and it delivers, every single time. Nothing feels sluggish anymore. Smooth visuals hook to your reflexes, loads vanish instead of lag, multitasking without compromise, responsiveness that feels natural. Yes, it's a substantial step up. And yes, you'll feel the difference from the very first session, because that's exactly why you're here. At some point, you stop comparing every mid-tier build and choose the system that actually keeps pace with the way you play, create, and perform. Don't let this be the upgrade you delay and regret later. Check the price, decide confidently, and finally experience performance that feels alive.